ਟੇਡੇ ਗੱਭਰੂ ਨੂੰ ਮਾਰੇ ਹੱਥ ਨੀ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਪਾਗਲ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਨੇ तेरे गिन गिन लगते हुलारे वो तेरी मीठी मीठी बातें है कमाल कर गई आंखों ही आंखों में तू सवाल कर गई हाँ तेरी मीठी मीठी बातें है कमाल कर गई आंखों ही आंखों में तू सवाल कर गई आंखों ही आंखों में तू सवाल दिल्ली दे किन्ने मरदे ने ते किन्ने पहला तुम्हारे हाथ नी हाय नखरा तेरा नी हाई रे तेरे गब्बरू नू मारे हाई नी मुंडे पागल हो गए ने तेरे गिन गिन लगदे हुलारे
नवाब कयो रे मंगेतर से घड़िया वालो रे नवाब कयो रे मंगेतर से
हमू काका बाबाना हमू मामा भोयना हमू काका बाबाना फोरा रे हम टिमली मारमिए ए हमू मामा भोयना फोरा रे हम गपूली रमिए हमू गफूली रमिए हमू हाटो मारमिए हमू मेला मारमिए हमू खतवा बना पूरा रे हमू टिमली मारमिए हमू मामा बोना पूरा रे हमू टिमली मारमिए
फुलवारी रे साजे गाजे बाजे गूंजे सपनोरी ये किलकारी रे वन उपवन अभिनंदन करता छाई घटा परियारी रे शक्कर भांको झांकी झांको हुई जश्न की ये तैयारी रे मन हर जाओ धन बरसाओ धन सुखवारो जी रे
आयो रे शुभ दिन आयो रे
Now, I invite our chief guest, Mrs. Subhash Srivastav, and all guests of honor to please come upon the rostrum.
Sir, ma'am, please grace your seats. Some are born great,
some achieve greatness,
and some have greatness thrust upon them.
We have some dwellers who are great in all spheres of life.
They are models for others who inspire others by their work.
They are rewarded and appreciated by their academic performance.
May I now have the honor to call upon their names one by one to be honored for their outstanding performance in academic area.
Starting with class nursery, we have
Sakshi Patel. I would request Mrs. and Mr. Patel to please come upon the stage. Again, I would request Mrs. and Mr. Patel to please come upon the stage. Next up we have Hitali Patidar. I would request Mrs. and Mr. Patidar to please come upon the stage. I would again request Mrs. and Mr. Patidar to please come upon the stage. Next up we have R.S. Patel. I would request Mrs. and Mr. Patel to please come upon the stage. Okay, next up.
Next up, from class LKG, we have Cherry Bhalse. I would request Mrs. and Mr. Bhalse to please come upon the stage. Next up, we have Dron Kumar. I would request Mrs. and Mr. Kumar to please come upon the stage.
Please give our achievers a huge round of applause. Next up we have Vanshika Gadge from class UKG who scored 99.5%. I would request Mrs. and Mr. Gadge to kindly come up on the stage. Next up we have Kavya Patidar who scored 99.5%. I would request Mrs. and Mr. Patidar to please come up on the stage. When you look into your mother's eyes, you know that it is the purest love you can find on this earth. Parents are our backbone. They are the only group that will support you. No matter how far we come, our parents are always in us. Next up we have Vrinda Yadav who scored 99.5%. I would request Mrs. and Mr. Yadav to kindly join us on the stage.
Next up, from class first, we have Rukaya Nazmi, who has scored 99.5%. I would request Mrs. and Mr. Nazmi to come upon the stage.
You have got up to get up every morning with determination if you are going to go to bed with satisfaction.
Life's real failure is when you do not realize how close you were to success when you gave up.
From class 2nd we have Tilottama Mitra who scored 99%. I would request Mrs. and Mr. Mitra to please come up on the stage. Success means having the courage, the determination and the will to become the person you believe you meant to be. The secret of success in life is for a man to be ready for his opportunity when it comes. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you are doing, you will be successful.
Our school also provides opportunities to participate in various Olympiads, such as International Maths Olympiad, National Science Olympiad, International English Olympiad, and many more.
Starting with the achievers of National Science Olympiad, we have Lakshya Patidar from class 2nd. Singh from class 3rd.
Next up we have Achievers of International Maths Olympiad. We have Harsh Adhikari from class 2nd. Divyansh Agrawal from class 3rd. Tushar Wankhede from class 3rd.
Next up we have the Achievers of International English Olympiad. Ishika Rathore from class 2nd, Nivedita Patel from class 3, Parth Patidar from class 3rd,
Now, may I take the privilege to announce the final results of the inter-house activities conducted throughout the year.
The first position in academics is being held by Raman House. I call upon the house in charge, Mrs. Pratibha Bharadwaj, and house master Mr. Mohan Patidar of Raman House to come upon the stage. I request Honorable Chief Guest to felicitate the house master and the house in charge of Raman House with the trophy. Please give a huge round of applause.
And in sports, the first position is being held by Azad House. I would call upon the house in charge, Ms. Jasmeet Kaur, and house masters are Mrs. Monica Thakur and Mr. Praveen Base of Azad House over the stage. I again request our Reverend Chief Guest to felicitate the house in charge and house master with a trophy.
Everyone has some special quality and energy in it. The only need is to nourish it and expose.
Congratulations to all the scholars and best wishes for their bright future.
Unlike the traditional convention of presenting the annual report by the head of the school, Sri Kavartara has commenced a modern drift wherein the annual report of session 2018-19 will be read out by the school prefectorial body.
क्या बात है, मानना पड़ेगा, कवरतारा का अंदाज सबसे निराला है.
So, right away, let us hand over the mic to Master Dharmaraj Mandloi, Head Boy 2018-19,
and Miss Pragati Jain, Head Girl 2018-19.